you all notice things like that or that are being missed, you know, we're just, the district is right across the street, a phone call away. It could be something, if you're noticing it and it hadn't been noticed, it's, all it takes is a phone call.
Any further discussion?
So at the end of the day, we're talking more of the cosmetics part of it. That's what we're looking at.
I'm just asking for some kind of reprieve of cosmetic. Nobody understands that where on the corners of Fifth and Otto and Fifth and Franklin for the last 2 months that there has been water district repairs that just has caution tape. Barrels have been ran over. They're laying halfway down the block, not even close to where the repairs was being made. People, we need to just take a little more pride in what we're doing. And if the water district, if they know that, even say MOC fixed the problem. If MOC fixes it, I'm sure those other people that goes around and looks at things, they could go back and just pick up the tape, set up the barrel, replace the barrel. But I see that this is not of that much importance, so we'll just move on.
It is important, Ms. Branch.
I would
And
hope
I'll
so.
take that information back to the board as well. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go no action. And move on to agenda item number 7. Discussion and possible action regarding placing no parking signs on Highway 90 from Waller Avenue to Cooper Street. Ms. Branch?
There's just 18-wheelers tearing up the landscaping and everything from, I hate to say, put it this way, but Velasco Street and 90, they're going to the Parts House, they're going to the restaurant. When it's muddy, it just makes a big mess. They're pulling out in front of cars, gonna cause an accident. We had to put no parking signs up here because of people parking and going to Almeida's. And I think that it's only fair that we try and keep our Highway 90 looking as pretty as possible. It's no sense in the EDC with a beautification project that nobody can see because people are parked in front of it.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I'd like to make a motion that we have Public Works place no parking signs from Highway 90, Waller Avenue to
Cooper Street.
Cooper Street and Highway 90.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Stamps, got your second. Mr. Jones, your vote, please.
Four.
Okay. Mr. Green
4.
and Ms. Taylor.
4.
Thank you. Motion carries. Move on to agenda item number 8. Discussion and possible action regarding disburse of hazard pay. Ms. Branch.
Mayor Branch and the rest of the city council. An employee with the Brookshire Police Department reached out to me. I'll say it's probably been a couple of months now. And they asked why was it on Facebook, and we continued to talk about hazard pay. And so I explained hazard pay, that the council had voted to pay city employees hazard pay. And that employee let me know that they weren't getting hazard pay. And I said, oh yeah, everybody's getting hazard pay, council voted on it. I said, if you'll look on your paycheck stub, it should say HAZ pay. That person sent me quite a few paycheck stubs saying they didn't get hazard pay. Doing a little research, I don't know how many people's affected, but I know that there's quite a few at the police department, and I'm not sure if it went other departments, but we need to pay these people back pay of the hazard pay that, yes, I understand I didn't vote for hazard pay. And now I'm up here, but fair is fair. And we didn't say pick and choose who got hazard pay. We said all city employees. And I'd like to, since that didn't happen, and I sort of got thrown in the middle of it, I'd like to make a motion that me and Mayor Pro Tem Green work along with Ms. Harrison, Mr. Chamber, and Mr. Pruitt in correcting this problem, because this could cause us some lawsuits. And we need to get this corrected in a very timely manner. And that's my motion.
Second.
Alderwoman Branch, can you repeat that motion one more time? Who you're including on working with?
Sure. Myself, as well as Mayor Pro Tem Green, Ms. Harrison, Mr. Chambers, and Mr. Pruitt. And that this be done ASAP, as in yesterday.
Okay. Mr. Jones, your vote.
For.
Mr. Stamps
4.
and Mr. Green.
4.
Motion carries. Agenda item number 9. Mayor's report, updating regarding painting of the city building, convention center sign, safety lighting throughout the city, and bids for repair to the convention center. Okay, on the painting of city buildings, I have only one bid. I've been after several people to give us a bid, but the one I have provided for you all is the one that I have now. It's to paint both buildings and all the doors and stuff like that. That's the only one we have.
On the last meeting, they had 2.
Huh?
We had 2 in the last meeting. Somebody pulled out.
Yeah, 'cause I only have one. Only have one. And as far as the convention center sign, I'm not sure where that's at, unless some of y'all can tell me.
I've been working, the latest report is that we needed a permit for the electrical work. I did reach out. They did come and pull the permit to do the electrical work for the sign. So hopefully, it's in the process. The ball is definitely moving toward that project.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jones. What else we have? And for the lighting throughout the city, once again, I reached out to Centerpoint again today and tried to get a report from them, but it's not happening. For some reason, I don't know why, and I explained it to him. And also, we talked about replacing or adding more streetlights throughout the city. So I'm gonna try to get a supervisor above him and go with him. Mr. Green was present while I was talking to him, so he also heard the story.
Mayor Branch, you think is there any way possible that we can have a representative to
Yeah,
come to the next meeting? Therefore, we can ask that representative questions, whatever questions we may have for the representative.
Yeah, that's what we're working on next, because I don't feel like we're getting anywhere with the guy I'm dealing with.
Okay.
I have noticed that Center Point's going around fixing or cutting trees from around
The fire line.
Power lines.
the power lines as well as the street lights. Hopefully, somebody is listening, but like Mayor Brand says, when you can't get somebody to return a phone call, that's pretty disheartening. They want us to pay our bill on time, but we can't get a representative. That's pretty sad.
But also, in looking at the emails that have been sent, a lot of the emails that they go out the week of the meeting or a couple of days before the meeting. And as the representative, I can't defend him. You're all right, he does need to be more transparent. But we need to be more time approached and not wait towards the meeting to reach out. We do know that they have other clients that they are working with. So there's more timing on us, but as a city, there are some things that we can possibly do. Centerpoint has their responsibilities, and we have prevention areas. But we need to look at what we can do to
I
stay.
think Ms. Harrison's been trying to reach out, not only the mayor, but Ms. Harrison also, and Ms. Harrison says she can't get even the rep to call her back.
When the mayor spoke with the gentleman today, I think he used the term, he can't squeeze blood from a turnip.
Oh,
So
Squeeze money out.
we don't really know what's going on at Centerpoint, but he's trying, but we can't get anywhere with that. Mr. Jones, did you ever get a price on the decorative lighting that you mentioned a while back? Because maybe we can just get some decorative lights and have them
Yes, that's,
wire up to it, and we just pick our locations where we want it. Maybe we get somewhere with that instead of waiting for them to come in and put poles up.
that's what I was speaking of. As a city, there's some things we can do.
Yeah.
Now, we know that Centerpoint have their responsibilities, and yes, it's squeezing.
Yeah.
But as a administration and council, there are some things that we can possibly do for those prevented areas, and that Centerpoint come and tie in
Right.
to what we put in place.
So maybe we can do that. I do know, me and the mayor kind of talked about this, a lot of equipment and it's tied up in shipping.
Yeah.
So they could be just behind because Texas is really booming with growth and they're putting poles up everywhere. So it could be just a matter of they just don't have the inventory to do it, then they're not letting us know because we're already an established city. But when you have a new neighborhood or a new, they're going to be priority first.
Right.
So that could be what we're dealing with. So maybe we,
maybe if we just changed out the globes are old. I don't know, could we reach out and just
They-
buy the
Supplies.
globes?
Okay, they're outdated,
yeah.
Yeah.
very much outdated.
And the gentleman that was here last time from Ferguson, he sells toilets. I don't know why he approached me about lighting, but he said, Miss Branch, y'all don't want those frosted light
Yeah.
fixtures anymore. Y'all need clear glass fixtures that with the LED lighting, and it project more lighting. So
The plastic ones turn like a yellowish, like our headlights.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why you mentioned glass. Glass won't fade in duller color,
Right.
but it's so hard to find because everything's made out of plastic now.
Right.
So we'll probably pay double for the price, but, you know, that's fine, long as we can get something good that works.
Well, something else that we might could look into is solar lighting. They have these new solar lights that you don't connect to electricity whatsoever. They're freestanding. It's, you
They
don't
work.
have to have a permit.
They
You
work.
know, you know, there's a lot of, I guess, there's the loophole that we could be looking for to place certain lighting in different places with, and sort of bypass the electrical company, and our electricity bill don't go up at the same time. Now, how much those lights cost, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to research
Well,
that, but
Me and Mr. Green mentioned those lights today, and trying to get him to come out and let us show him what we have and what we need to be done. We also told him that we would provide him a list, the areas we were talking about, and we would like for him to come out to let us show him around and see what happens after that.
we might have to put a warrant out for it.
But anyway, as of now, I don't have any other thing to report, unless someone has a question for me.
So can we move forward on the bid for the fire department being painted with this?
Oh, I didn't,
There's
the
no
bid for the,
no action to take, but it's just an update from the mayor.
and the bid on the convention center. We only have one of those. It's a local guy. I know he does good work. I wish we could, have him to do it because it would be done very professionally, and it wouldn't take him forever to get it done. But I'm still shopping around for another bid. We have one other one that's an old one, with the prices of the material going up, so he's gonna have to redo that one because he's way off.
Okay.
Okay? Any other questions?
But Councilwoman Branch, I think at least for the painting of the fire departments, I can't remember it off the top of my head, your purchasing policy for the city. I know that, $8,000 is way below the bidding requirements for state law, but I think you have isn't it over $5,000, is that right, that you have to get 3 bids? 2,500. I just can't remember if it ties into the mayor, if you have to go back to.
I don't think for that, because it's already been voted on that they were gonna do it already, and that, in one of the meetings, they stated with, it only being that one bid. So I don't know if we were.
So if the county, I'll have to go back and look, but if the council's taking action to repair the building, which I think you have, and you have a bid that's 8,000, and you went out for bids on a corner of personnel, then there should be no issue with moving forward with this particular bid. And convention center, it would depend on the amount of that you got back from that bid.
I don't have that one right with me, but I do have a bid for that.
That amount was, it had to be voted on.
Okay.
Because of the amount.
Okay. Yeah, so it depends on that, so it depends on the convention center.
So are you saying that the mayor could move forward, or city council could move forward with this one bid from, Mr. McClintock?
Because, assuming county, I think you have taken action to repair the building. And then if you want to follow the policy, and this is what you got back, then you'd be following. If you answer this bid, then you'd be doing what council's directed you to do, which is to repair the building. So,
Thoughts?
no, no action to take on it. It's
I
just
know.
that-
I'm just asking, did anyone have another question? Okay. And we'll move on to agenda item number 10. Discussion and possible action regarding invoice payments and reports.
Make a motion that we approve all invoices and reports.
Second.
Who get the second? You.
Green with the second? Is Green with?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Mr. Stamps,
4.
Ms. Taylor,
4.
and Ms. Branch.
4.
Okay. Motion carries. We'll move on to agenda item number 11. Request for future agenda items. We'll start with you, Ms. Branch.
I have none at this time, Mayor.
Hmm.
Trying to start the new year off right.
Ms. Taylor. how
I
about
did
you?
have one, but you cleared it up, with the bid for the convention center repairs. I did have one, but he cleared it up this meeting with the convention center repairs.
Okay,
None at this time, Mayor.
and Mr. Green.
Don't have anything there.
Mr. Stamps.
None at this time.
Thank you. And Mr. Jones.
None at this time.
Okay, then. The next, we'll move to agenda item number 12, council reports and community announcements. We'll start with you, Mr. Jones.
The Brookshire Area Youth Advisory Commission will host a Committed to Caring Blood Drive Sunday, January the 30th at 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Brookshire Police Department.
What time again? 2 to 6?
2 to 6.
2 to 6.
Okay. Any more, Mr. Jones?
That's it.
That's it. Mr. Stamps?
No, sir, I don't have any.
Mr. Green?
No, sir.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes, Mayor. The Mlk Face Festival will be next Saturday, January the 15th. We're gonna start at 10:30 with the parade at the Annex Building, coming down 90 to the hangar, and it will probably end around like 6 p.m. We have activities for the kids and vendors, T-shirts selling, hats and chips, candy, all that good stuff.
So we're going from the annex to the hangar, correct?
Yes,
And we're starting at 10:30?
yes, a.m.
Okay.
We also have a barbecue cook-off.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Taylor?
That's it, sir.
Alderwoman,
Yes, ma'am.
if possible, could you email me that flyer so I can place it on the website? I didn't receive it, so it hasn't been placed on the website yet.
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
And I'll put it on the calendar as well, so when they go to the website, they'll see and look and know what time and everything. Okay?
Yes, ma'am, will do.
No other announcements from anyone? No? Okay, then we'll move on to agenda item number 13.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Gotta say it
Second.
first. Mr. Jones. Mr. Stamps
4.
and Mr. Green.
4.
Okay. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon.